And just like that, we're back for another episode of the recap show. But before we get started, Mr. Burger King, roll that beautiful footage.
That is correct.
When I go, I drop. When I trip, I pop. When I go,
Hello, and welcome back to the recap show. What?
I don't know. I was like, what was going on? Y'all.
I stepped on my energy. I was a little low key.
Yeah, he was a little like, he usually gives like energy within that first couple seconds. And like, it was very.
Well, I'm ramping up.
Okay.
Well, welcome back to the recap show, guys. This is RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 11. And the title of this was A Toast to Miss Alyssa Edwards.
It was Alicia Edwards, and it was crossed out. And put Alyssa.
Yeah, I did notice that. Why did they do that?
Because RuPaul called her Alicia.
Oh,
at the beginning of the season.
She old and don't be remembering anybody's name.
Yeah.
Well, we're back for another episode 11, guys. Mm-hmm. How did you think this episode went?
It kind of went back to mid. It wasn't as good as last week's episode. It wasn't bad, but you know, it was decent.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, before we get your take on things, TJ, you know, we got to do our drag names, and I guess I'll start off this week since we've been rotating around, so I'll start off this week.
I'm scared.
All right. No, it's good. I have a list of names. I'm just choosing one randomly. So today I am Peaches and Screams.
Peaches and Screams.
And Screams. Multiple Screams.
I'm kind of giving
more than one.
Yes.
Scream. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peaches
That's cute.
Screams.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Who's next?
Ronald.
Okay, so I am Misty Dewdrop.
Misty Dewdrop?
Misty Dewdrop. Is that from something, or you just?
I have no idea. So we had lemon drops last night at dinner, and I was like, "Oh, lemon drop would be cute." Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know this. Mm-hmm. So we had lemon drops.
What I missed?
We had lemon drops at dinner last night, and I was like, "Oh, lemon drop would be cute," but I feel like lemon drop was a little too on the nose, so I figured I'd do Misty Dewdrop.
Misty Dewdrop. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Dewdrop. Okay.
What you got, Burger King?
Well, this one is probably going to take a little bit of explaining, and it's also a reference. But I know Chris probably won't get it because he don't really be watching like past seasons of Drag Race like that. But it's very appropriate because of two particular queens that were on this particular episode. So if you recall, Alyssa Edwards on All Stars, whatever All Stars it was, she was on her her Snatch Game character. She was Mommy Dearest. Mm-hmm. So my name is Barbara, please. Because Kenya also went home. Barbara, please. Kenya, please.
Okay.
Crickets. Okay. Wonderful. Maybe you... All right.
Barbara, please.
Barbara, please.
Barbara, please.
Please, Barbara.
Okay.
All right.
Spoiler alert. Kenya went home.
Kenya
in
went
the
home.
Trash.
Kenya went home?
What?
Okay. What are your thoughts on this episode before we get into it?
More queens did well than I thought they would. Like fewer queens floundered than I expected, but the two that did flounder, I fully expected to flounder.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's get into these looks, and we can talk about their performances as well
as we go. Alrighty. Well. I forgot the category, but your things had to billow in the wind and such.
Yes.
So first up, we have Nene Coco.
I thought this look was cute. I thought her presentation was cute. But Nene, again, as I said last week, there's just something about her that's like... And they pinpointed like this week how she doesn't know how to read the room. They've said that over several episodes now, and
but I think they addressed it this week.
Yeah, they fully addressed it this week. And Jane told her to just kind of like lean into it. If that's who you are, that's who you are. Which I hate that excuse. This is just who I am. But it's still just something about Nene that's just like I'm over her. She's always going to give you a well presented look, but where I was seeing her as the winner, which I no longer do. I'm over her as a person. Like she's really just kind of like, she didn't do anything specifically to turn me off, but I think just her presence altogether is just like, it's been a turn off these past few weeks.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, literally, this episode was about addressing Nene's shortcomings.
Yeah.
Even RuPaul on the main stage addressed it. So it was like, this was the episode. We're just going to talk about this, Nene. Let's get it out the way. So if it happens again, if it's like I mean, there's only like a couple more episodes.
Yeah.
If it keeps happening, it's like, well, what was this episode for? If not to address it, you know?
Honestly, from the Nene's been getting on my nerves since the talent show, when she was going back and forth. Should I be in group 2? Should I be in group 1?
Yeah.
That indecisiveness was the first little inkling of her getting on my nerves. And then I feel like she's been the same way subsequent episodes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's she's just,
I thought the look was fine, though.
The look was cute. She's always going to give you a good look.
She's always going to give you a good look. I really like the story of the look. And I buy into it. I love the fact that she brought something to throw out for a little extra razzle dazzle. I appreciate that. But again, she's always going to give you a look. I do think she's flatlined though, and I think she has flatlined for several weeks. Like, she hasn't stood out really.
Yeah.
Quite a while, honestly. So I think she's not going to win, as we've said, although we were kind of thinking she was going to win several weeks ago. And yeah, her toast or her roast was mid. Yeah, she's flatlined.
Very much so.
Okay, let's move on.
Alrighty. Mikey Meeks.
This is a good look.
This one, listen, if you're going to do something flowy, it should match. This looks really good. The red all the way through. Her hair looked good. It was blowing in the wind. Her makeup looked good. And she represented. This was a good look.
She meant it. It was just, I thought her roast was really good. It was cute. Her being a character as opposed to her just being Mikey delivering jokes. I felt like her amping up the character of her roast was really cute. The look was cohesive. It was nice. Did she win?
No.
Ooh.
Darlene.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Okay, we'll talk about her. But I feel like she did at least deserve to be in the top because her roast was really good. Her look made sense. Mikey where Nene has fallen from grace a little bit from me, Mikey has stepped it up.
She stepped up her pussy.
Yeah, she's on an upward trajectory, yes.
They have a weird kind of inverse type of situation going on. Like, one is going up, but the other one's going down. Yeah. I think Mikey did very well. I was a little concerned for her, honestly, because she didn't seem very confident prior to the challenge and when they did the workshop or whatever. But yeah, she did do really well, honestly, and I feel like hers and Darlene's were kind of in the same category. They were both kind of kind of campy. This look for me, it's about on the same level as Mikey's looks, which I feel like they're okay, but I feel like they could also be better in some type of way. It's not bad, but there are better looks. There have been better looks on the runway each week. Not again, she's not giving us anything that's like, oh God, this is terrible, but she's also not a front runner when it comes to looks, in my opinion.
For me, and I've said this several episodes now, we want drag. I feel like Mikey gives you a cute runway
woman.
Yeah, basic pageant girl type of look on the runway, but there's nothing elevated or drag about it. They look nice, but it's not elevated, nor is it really drag. It's just kind of basic girl, nice look.
It's
basic bitch.
Closer to fashion than it is to drag.
But is it fashion?
Anyway, so listen, I enjoyed this look from Mikey. I thought it looked really good to me.
Yeah, it looked good.
And then on top of it, I think what you said about her being confident originally when she presented it, she was very fearful. You could see it in her face. But when she came back in the workroom, there was a moment where she explained. She said, "You know what? I felt like I had to pivot, and that pivot
she
really
rewrote
worked."
her whole thing.
And here's the thing, and that is something that is really key and essential in being in the competition, knowing that when you're not your most confident and you don't feel right about something, going back and re-looking at it and changing and taking a risk, because that was a risk to do that, but it was a risk that paid off for her. And the personality that she had, it was really fun, and she kept leaning into it. And as she realized that the judge liked what she was doing, she leaned into it even more. Her and Darlene this week really leaned into those characters, and it really worked for them. So kudos to Mikey. Great week for her.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping Kenya would do the same thing, and she's up next.
Oh, we'll get to it.
Because I feel like we'll
here's the thing. Play, and then we'll talk about Kenya.
All right.
So I hated the shoes. The look altogether, it could have been more. It could have been more. I felt like instead of it being a fitted skirt type of situation, it should have been like a flowy type of dress instead of it being cut short at the thigh. Those shoes are trash, though. The shoes completely destroy the look. And I realized, too, watching back her What You Packin', she's worn those shoes on several occasions. We just couldn't see them because when she had on that red jumpsuit, she had on those shoes. But because the pants covered the shoe, we couldn't really see. The thing about... So there's a difference in being naturally funny and having personality and then having to be funny for something. Some people are naturally funny, but like if you have to be structured and try to be funny, it doesn't translate.
It falls apart.
And they told her you have to be more than a personality, and like Kenya is all personality, and she leans into that in every aspect except for being able to present something that is quality, if that makes sense.
Yeah, she is she has a lot of personality. I don't think necessarily that she is funny though.
Oh no, I think she's naturally funny.
I don't.
I like her confession. Her confessionals are funny.
They're hilarious.
Naturally funny, yes, I'll give you that. But I don't know. It's just like I don't know how to describe this child. I don't like this look. I don't like this look for a number of reasons. This wig, I need her to get rid of all of these wigs. I cannot stand these wigs that she's wearing. They are plastered. They look like they're literally plastered to her head. If you look at the back of this wig, it looks like it's plastic. Like these little afro, and it just sits on her head just the worst possible way. These little wings, girl, them wings should have been much, much, much bigger. Like, this is the thing that frustrates me about Kenya is like she has so much potential, and then she gives you this on the runway. Unfortunately, yes, her performance this week was not the best, and I said this last week. I predicted this week who was going to be in the bottom. She was obviously one of them. But I wish she kind of, like Darlene, I wish she would have leaned into the fact that, like, this ain't the best, but let's just, you know what I mean? Let's try to turn it around. It just wasn't, it wasn't what it was.
Go ahead. No.
So my thing with Kenya is, like, and I think what was the most disappointing thing with her was, like, the last two prior weeks, she was so strong. It was like she was giving us what we've been wanting from her all season. And like this episode, she fell back into that rut of, I'm funny, but I don't know how to be funny when asked to be funny. When she's just kikiing, when they're asking her questions in the confessional, she could be funny. She's being natural. She's being herself. She's giving you who she is. But the moment it's like, all right, here is the assignment. You need to be funny for this. It's like, I can relate to a certain degree. When I was in college, especially my freshman year, I used to love to draw prior to that. When I was asked to draw for an assignment, I completely fell apart because I did not like to be told how to draw
You
and
didn't
to
like
give you something. No, I didn't. And I think this is what her issue is. And she has to figure out a way. I mean, if you're going to be on RuPaul's Drag Race to get around that, you know, it's one thing when you are in you're at a drag show and you can riff off of the people that's in a room and do that. It's one thing, but now you're being judged. It's a totally different thing. She has to figure out that balance. And I think that was really, really hard for her. If you could see on stage her like completely just kind of withdrawing into herself when she realized that that joke didn't land, and it just kept getting worse and worse. And it was just like, honestly, it was secondhand embarrassment. I literally pulled the covers over my head when I was watching. I was just like, oh, this is so bad. It's cringeworthy.
The pressure is getting worse.
Yeah.
So I've said this before about what's this child's name? Kenya. She needs a mentor. And watching again What You're Packing, she mentioned her love for Latrice. Somebody like Latrice would be wonderful for Kenya. Even Michelle said, I feel like you're going to be Kenya Pleaser Royale. Because like I think Michelle was trying to like say, hey, allow her to take you under her wing. Like, she needs somebody like a Latrice. She needs somebody like a Saphira. Like, she needs somebody to pick her up and polish her. I feel like if she were to get that polish, she could go far beyond. She could be one of those queens that just that you see everywhere.
Yeah, I think she's naturally talented, and I think she has what it takes to be like that bitch. Yeah. But she just needs she needs a little bit of help to get over those hurdles. And, you know, just to comment on the look, when she walked out, I was so disappointed because I think that it's a good start to a look. I think the wings, like you said, need to be much bigger. I think that she needed a long, flowy dress. Like that little short, like it's short in the back and then long. Sorry, it's short in the front and then kind of longish in the back under the knee, which is like a weird place to have that. That was not the look. She just needed it to be much bigger because, like, you have a huge fan. Those little things, it's not catching it. And those little arm things, it just needed to be bigger. It wasn't working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Okay. Next up, we have Discord, who was not disqualified at all.
No.
So that theory went right out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about, I'm over Discord. Like, I've been over Discord, but like I think this week specifically, especially in the mini challenge when they had to do those little commercials, right? So she went right back into her political ad thing where like she would say something and then whisper as if like it was cute the first time. Yeah, it may have been a little chuckle the first time, but like to do it again, because she kind of did the same thing in Snatch Game as if like it's funny. And it's not really funny. So let's move on. And then this look, it wasn't big enough to fly. I get what she was trying to do, but it wasn't big enough for the fan to catch it and it be like flowing and stuff.
Yeah, they mocked her.
And I just feel like, why is she here? She's never in the top. The only reason why she's getting critiqued now is because there's only 6 queens, but there were only 7 queens left. It's like, why is she here? Like, why are you here?
She's here for her cam walk look.
But like, it's not even, it's as I said with whomever, I think Juicy, the storyline has run stale. Like, let's move on. In the great words of Keke Palmer, keep it moving. Like,
I have a feeling that she will probably be going home soon, if not next week, because yes, it has run stale. Like, she's not offering much at this point. Her performances have not been really all that noteworthy outside of Snatch Game, which we all agree she should have won. That notwithstanding, she doesn't have any wins. Yeah, I'm just like, it could be. She
hasn't even been in the top. Like, she's never even been in the top.
Has she not?
No.
Safe. That's true. Because the one time she should have been in the top was Snatch Game.
Yeah, and she was safe that week.
Which that was crazy. Yeah, So she opened the roast or the toast or whatever, and it wasn't awful, but it was.
Yeah.
So she presented it better at the table read. And I thought, like, what she presented at the table read, I was like, okay, this could be really good. And then she got up there and she got flustered because her glass fell. And she allowed that to kind of, like, kill her momentum, I guess.
I thought she did better than what she presented at the table read. I read the opposite, but it still was like, okay. This look, it needed to be elevated. It needed to be bigger. It needed to be more again. So with that being said, let's move on to the next bitch.
Moving on.
Y'all not even going to say anything about the child's look.
That's all right.
No.
Okay. All right, next.
It's fine. The winner of this week.
Yo.
Darlene, when I tell you I was cracking
Yes.
up, I was like, oh
hilarious.
my God, I am hot.
I'm like, sir, what's going on?
First of all, this look is, it's cute, it's catch, it's kitsch, I guess. It's camp, right?
But it works.
And it worked. But her roast was hilarious to me. I was literally cracking up.
Wait, can I interrupt you real quick? Because this could have gone one of two ways. It could have went really, really bad in the very beginning because that first joke that she landed, it was just like, okay, wait, where's this going to go? This might not be good. But I love how they inserted her confession. We're like, all right, you know what? Let's turn this all the way up. And it worked.
Yeah, like even I was nervous for her in the workroom because she read one of her jokes. I think it was Jane. And Jane was like, okay.
Yeah.
But then to see her perform it, she was like, they think I am a prop queen. So here are my props. And like, she's just pulling stuff out.
Yeah.
Banana of it all. Like, I was so happy for Darlene. It was funny to me.
It was really cute. I like that she leaned into the foolishness and the props. And the shoes. I love the shoes.
Yes.
Shoes. I said, okay, this is how you do it. Now, I wonder if that was. I wonder if like her plan with like throwing the cards and all of that and just really bombing. I wonder if that was her intention all along, or if she just leaned into it in the moment, realizing this is not going well. So let me just go with it. I'm curious to know.
I think it was a bit of both, to be honest. I think she just, I think maybe we saw the fact that when she bombed the first joke, she was like, oh, I ain't got nothing to lose, so let me just do whatever.
But I think it was planned.
But yeah, I think like I'm sure
the bag of tricks was there, and like this was like an endless. I'm like, where is she getting all this out that little ass bag? It was like one of those, a clown show when they have like they're all getting out this little tiny car. I'm like, this bag is not that big. How does she have all of this stuff in that bag?
Yeah,
that's what it was giving. So it's like, and that's not something you can just plot your ass on a whim. You had to really plan that ahead of time.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
And she even says, she was like, I'm not good with jokes. I just find words funny. So I'm just going to lean into my type of humor. And that's exactly what she did. And it worked. It was hilarious.
It was hilarious.
I don't even think, did she roast anybody? Or was she just like, well, they got props?
I think, she did, but she used the props to emphasize the what she was talking about. And it was just so good. And here's the thing, though. Not only what the roast was good, but it was her. You saw her personality. The same person you see in the workroom, because when she presents in the workroom, like she's always so jovial, always happy, always smiling, especially on her confessionals. And like she doesn't take herself seriously. She's always having a good time. And you saw that in this. Like you literally saw her on the stage, and it was so good to see. And I think it just elevated everything. And I don't remember, like maybe it was intentional that they didn't show her shoes when she walked up and she was by the podium, because like I didn't realize she had those on. And when she came out, and then she was just like, like it was like that was funny, and like the judges got it and they loved it because they made fun of her for it. I don't want to see these shoes no more. But it was like, bitch, you gonna see these shoes?
Well, okay, go ahead.
it was really smart. It was done very
It was.
smartly. Like she like I said, she leaned into the fact that it wasn't gonna be, the most hilarious thing you've ever heard. It was really good. It was really smart. This look is also really cute. I like the fact that she did it's not groundbreaking. We've seen this look before. It's not like a unique silhouette, but it was really cute and it was very her. It's very much her lane. It's very much her aesthetic.
Now, I will say about the shoes. She has now worn the same pair of shoes on the runway for the past 3 weeks. Those black heels.
That's all right. I'm okay with it.
It's like she got rid of the clunky shoes and now all she wears are these. And so it's just like, okay, that was my only okay, she got on these shoes again. Mm. But other than that, I just thought Darlene excelled this week. She deserved the win this
Finally,
week.
yeah.
And I'm glad, because y'all wasn't seeing it for Darlene. I don't think I was seeing it for Darlene either. I mean, she's still not going to win. But I've always from Meet the Queens, there was just something I've said it from the beginning, there's something very endearing about her that I've just really gravitated to this season.
Yeah.
She's fun.
Yeah.
She's fun. And people want to have fun, and she gives it to you.
Yeah.
Girls just want to have fun.
Girl.
All right. Next up, we have Juicy.
Can we just talk about... So I am an expert at folding fitted sheets. Anyone will tell you that. I am. I can fold a fitted sheet.
All right.
This was a fitted sheet.
They kept trying to call it a parachute, and a parachute.
It's not a parachute. And on top of it, here's the thing. I think this look or that fitted sheet could have been forgiven if it was the same color of her dress. You had on this colorful outfit, and then you come out with this white fitted sheet. Girl, Bed Bath & Beyond has been closed. Is that what you got when they were going out on business? This was not a look. And for that alone, you deserve to be in the bottom. For that alone, they should have sent your ass home without a lip sync for your life, okay? This was bad. Why would you come on RuPaul's Drag Race with a fucking fitted sheet?
Are you upset? Are you mad?
I'm done. I am mad. Girl.
I was annoyed at the fitted sheet too, and more so because, like he said, it had nothing to do with her outfit. She had on whatever the color was, the orange and yellow,
and you don't gotta show it again.
Reds or whatever it was, and then a white satin-esque fitted sheet. Stop calling this a parachute. This is a fitted sheet.
Everybody is calling it a fitted sheet online. Everybody.
It didn't,
even if it isn't.
It didn't look good. And again, for me with Juicy, the storyline has run stale.
She called it a parachute?
They were calling it a parachute on the show.
Yeah.
I think she did call it a parachute.
Parachute away.
The only thing for me that is redeeming about the fitted sheet is the fact that she knew how to work with it. There were moments when she was... There were moments when she was walking the stage and during the lip sync that when she would move and then stop, it would just wrap around her in a certain way that I'm like, bitch, if this wasn't a fitted sheet, girl.
No.
But I do hate the fact that it's a fitted sheet, and I do hate the fact that it's a eggshell colored fitted fucking sheet. And that is almost unforgivable. But it's the fact that shit can... I did like that. But yeah, it was a fitted sheet nonetheless.
No.
All the reason why I'm not even going to give that to her is because we know at this point Juicy knows how to move. She's very fluid in her movement. She's a dancer. Yeah. And so regardless of how she worked the sheet, it was a fitted sheet.
California King yourself away.
It was a fitted sheet, and that's unfortunate. It really is.
And it didn't match her outfit. I could have slightly forgiven it if it matched her outfit. It had nothing to do with what she had on.
No.
It's like she pulled the sheet off of her hotel cover and was like, oh, shoot, I forgot to bring something that flows. So she snatched the sheet from off of her hotel bed and brought it to set.
There you go. Let's move on. I'm over this now.
Okay, wow.
I'm over it. I'm so upset about that. Girl.
And my thing is you've given us so many great looks. Like,
Yes.
did nobody, like, what happened with this one? Like, I don't know. It was unfortunate.
Get some
Okay.
Kool-Aid and dye that bitch.
Not Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. That would have been great.
Well, I could go
You know
for some
what?
Kool-Aid.
A little bit of like tie-dye would have been even cute. Anyway. But that's not what happened. So, last up we have Jane, who honestly also disappointed me a little bit.
The look or the roast?
The look.
I like this look.
It
looks heavy though. It looks heavy.
I feel like she's better than that. Like the arm fringe is too much. It does look very heavy. I'm sure it is. It was too much. The hat, the fascinator was a bit wonky looking for me. I almost wish it was upturned instead of downturned. I feel like Jane is better than this look, honestly.
I kind of agree with you. I felt like it wasn't constructed in a way for it to flow, so she tried her best to present it to make it flow, because like you said, it does look really heavy.
Yeah.
So the reason why she had to have her arms out the whole time, I felt like if it was like a lighter fringe, she wouldn't have had to walk like this.
Correct.
And it just was a lot. But even with her roast, for me too, it wasn't like hilarious as I expected. I expected Jane to do better overall this week. I don't think she did badly. I just wasn't really impressed. She wasn't the Jane of episodes past this
Correct.
episode.
I thought she was funny. I thought she gave us what Jane normally gives us. I think what happened was Darlene outperformed her in this episode. I think that's what it was. I think if Darlene didn't perform the way she did, Jane would have won. Because she was the funniest one outside of Darlene.
Yeah, I felt like Jane was clear and concise, but funny. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say I barely remember Jane's performance. I feel like she gave us a safe.
At all, really.
She gave us a safe performance this week, which is surprising because she is the front runner. She has been the front runner the last couple of weeks. So I would have expected her to do better, in my opinion. But I barely remember her performance.
Here's another take on that. I think maybe she did give a safe performance, but I think maybe she thought that looking at what she was up against, she didn't need to go over and beyond. I don't think she thought that Darlene would do what she did. Honestly.
Not even Darlene, but Mikey as well.
Yeah. I feel
Mikey was funny.
Mikey was funny. Darlene and Mikey were actually funny. I don't remember Jane's enough to say it was funny.
Yeah. The only thing I can remember about Jane's, or one thing that Jane said was the crack or the joke about Alyssa's crown, but she was like, well, I don't want to talk about her teeth. That's all I can remember from Jane's performance this week. That's all I can remember from her performance this week.
Okay.
So it will say, now, what I will say is that I feel like this would have been a good week for a lip sync for the win, because that could have been great between Mikey and Darlene. Why last week we had one and no elimination? I feel like this would have been a better week for that. Because I honestly feel like Mikey and Darlene were kind of neck and neck this week. I think they both did very well.
Yeah. Okay. What we got next?
We have the lip
was
sync.
it, wasn't it?
That was it. And now we have the lip sync between Juicy and Kenya.
Given, so this could have been another double sachet. Send both of these girls home. I think I'm just over Juicy. I am over... I said this, I think, during the episode. The allure of Juicy has completely faded for me.
What a 180.
Yeah, and I don't know. I just don't feel like she has anything more to offer to keep it entertaining enough to keep her around.
I mean, I'm not done with her yet. I'm not. So, okay, random little offshoot. In the original Buffy movie, there's a line in that movie that I say randomly, and it's like, I'm not through with you, bitch. I'm not through with Juicy just yet. I feel like I want her to come back. I don't think she will, but I want her to come back. And I also feel like, unfortunately, if and when she's in the bottom again, she probably will win that lip sync, because I don't think anybody can touch her this season when it comes to a lip sync, unless it's going to be some song that just not necessarily in her wheelhouse, which honestly could have been this one, but she turned this one. So yeah, she obviously won this lip sync. I think Juicy is really on shaky ground, to be honest, and I don't think she has too many more weeks left before she gets eliminated, because this is what, the third or fourth time she's been in the bottom?
Third. So
it was her and Kenya's third.
I will say it would be a travesty if she goes home before Discord. But I can also see her going home before Discord, because for some reason Discord is like she's just skating by somehow, some way.
Yeah, because Discord has never been in the bottom. Discord has never lip synced, so it's possible that
she's never been in the bottom. She's never been in the top. She has literally been safe this entire season.
The whole season. Okay. Juicy has been in the bottom several times, so it is possible that she could go home before Darlene. It is
Discord.
Statistically, it is possible.
Discord.
No,
Darlene.
Did I say Darlene?
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, Juicy. It's statistically, Juicy could go home before Discord.
Yeah. I mean, and look about it. There's six queens left, and the 2 gotta go. So I think the 2 is Juicy and Discord.
Well, next week is the makeover challenge. I mean, and I can honestly see Juicy failing at that too.
Yeah, I don't know if she can paint somebody else. She paints herself lovely, but
to put it on somebody, because she's so young and like she's not a makeup artist, she just knows how to paint her face.
Yeah, but don't discord that.
Discord.
Don't discredit.
Discredit that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see her doing well next week. And given that these are big, burly men, I also see Discord floundering. So it might be a Juicy Discord bottom next week.
I think you might be right. I can see that as well. And if Discord sends Juicy home, that's gonna be a travesty. Or it could be, oh bitch, it's gonna be a double elimination.
I'll be okay with that.
I think I might.
I mean, there's room for that because there was a double save, so there's going to be a point where
this is true.
We're already at episode 11. This is episode 11, so who knows?
I can see a double elimination for that for sure.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Well, with that being said, that is another wrap for another episode. Any final thoughts before we wrap this bitch up?
I will say this. I'm ready for the season to be over. Like, I feel as though the queens who are left is kind of just like, okay, just give Jane the win already.
Yeah. Because nobody's really touching her at this point.
Yeah.
At this point, I think I would like to edit my top 3 for it to be Jane, Mikey, and Nene.
Yeah. I see that too.
I feel like it'll be Jane, Mikey, and Nene, because I think Mikey has 2 wins?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You don't think Darlene could be in the top 4? Or, top 3?
No. Top 3, no. Top 4, maybe.
I think she can knock Nene out the box.
Darlene?
I see Darlene being top 4. If the top 4 goes for the crown, it will be Jane, Darlene, Mikey, and Nene. But if it's just the top 3, it's going to be Jane, Mikey, and Nene.
I agree. My final thoughts are, I really want Kenya to get rid of them wigs, and I never want to see them wings ever again. Those wings bother me. They're bothersome. Yeah. They really vex me.
Well, you don't got to wear them. It's okay.
And I don't have to see them no more. Thank God.
Yeah. All right. Well, With that being said, guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to comment, and also hit the notification button so you can get notified every single time we drop a new video. These videos drop every Monday at 8 a.m. So until then, have a great week, and we'll see you again here next time. Deuces.
No balloons, no fireworks.
No.
Oh,
Hit the extra. No.
It didn't work.
By the way, we are not sponsored by Burger King. I didn't realize they still gave like crowns. I went by there yesterday and they were like, "Do you want a crown?" I was like, "Well, yes." So
they saw you as a queen walking in the door. They was like, "Let me give him his crown."
That's correct. All right, bye.
I go, I drop. When I trip, I pop.